It's June 1st. Fingers typing. I'm about to send the most important text of my life. Then, I click send. Before we can finish the story, we have to go back 2 weeks earlier. The day I was told to apply to McDonald's. Now, this is not the first time I was told to apply to McDonald's. I'd been told many times in the past few years. Now, I was told this by a fellow friend of my brother. They both had been working at McDonald's for quite some time. I knew I needed the money, but I really didn't want to work at McDonald's, so I never applied. Until one day, I was forced out of my own will. They watched me fill out the form to apply, and on that day, on May 24th, 2024, I had sent out an application for McDonald's. Not knowing when or what I would get as a response, I put it off for a few days until I got the message. The message is as followed. Good morning. This is Anonymous, hiring manager from McDonald's. I'm reaching out to schedule an interview. Please call or text. Number. I look forward to speaking with you. Our typical hours are 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. I had the opportunity to set up an interview to get hired, but I didn't want to respond. I was scared, afraid of an interview, so I just pushed it off to the side until it was about June 1st. Now, we are finally back to the story. I went to start typing out the response, and of course, I was being watched the whole time. I typed out the sentence, and I clicked send. Now, it was the waiting game. Waiting for a time for the interview. I waited 2 days because it was Saturday, and I'm assuming the hiring managers do not look at their phones during the weekend. Sorry about the dog, by the way. Now, it was a Monday. It was around 10 in the morning, and I had finally gotten a reply. Are you available Wednesday morning around noon, actually? I knew I was busy that day, so I told them I wasn't free. Then I told them I would be available on Friday that week around noon. Then it was set up, Friday at 1. Eventually, it was time for the interview. After many years and weeks of pushing it off, I'd finally applied for McDonald's, and the interview was just a few days away. Stressed and afraid, I still had a whole week to prepare. But an interview is like a game of chess. You never know the next move or the next question. So I never really knew how well I could prepare for this interview. But as the days went on, I knew it was inevitable. So there I was, Friday, June 7th. I was on my way to McDonald's, practicing random questions that I might get asked. We arrived at around 1:20, so I headed in, just to be sure I wasn't late. Yeah, you heard me, 1:20. Wasn't I late? No, it got rescheduled to 1:30, so I was good. But I got in, and I was getting ready to become a McWorker. I sat down, then I started. I didn't remember all the questions, but I know it was only around 10 questions, which I answered really well. The interview ended, and I sat as the interviewer went to ask if I was a good candidate for the job. And surprisingly, I did not get hired for. I did get hired, guys, don't worry. A smile arose from my face. Finally, my first job I had ever got. And that, guys, is the story of how I became a McDonald's McWorker. Please like and subscribe for more epic content. Thank you.